in the grays, but actually it's not. It's kind of
It
blonde.
doesn't read gray at all.
It isn't. It's like silvery blonde thing, right?
But
I think Bill's gonna love it.
roots.
Yeah, it's very cool.
There's those dark roots that match with your eyebrows, and like it brings out something
cool,
in your
right?
eye.
It's cool. This is Raquel Welch's, if you ever want to do it.
It's
all right.
beautiful.
So here's the deal.
Okay. When you look at me like that, I know you're about to hit me with something about boys.
Because you know you have a boyfriend.
Yes, see?
You have a boyfriend. You have a boyfriend now. You have a boyfriend now.
I have a boyfriend.
All right, but you did you tell him about your hair?
Yeah. Well, okay, so
how did that come about? It's not like he doesn't know, but he didn't see it, right?
Well, he was really easy. In our situation, he's been my friend for 4 years, and everybody knows about my hair now.
It's really different between someone knowing about your hair and then on a romantic level to go, excuse me, and there's something I need to show you.
You're actually, yeah, no, that's right, because he's known me through, so the guy I'm seeing has known me for 4 years, which means he's known me through 3 shedding of hairs and growing back. So he's known me at different times, and he was just he's my singing
But did he
teacher.
see you like that?
No.
Because you always, when I've seen you in LA, maybe there's only been once you really walked around bald when you lost all of it. And most of the time you have a hat on, you have a beanie on.
He knew me. He was like, I loved the way you always wore hats. So I wore lots of hats. I had headbands, but there were times when because we were so close we'd be doing Zoom lessons, so I wouldn't wear anything. Sometimes I was like, I just couldn't be bothered today. He knew that person, but my hair's fallen out heaps since we started dating.
Right, I know.
So it was in massive shed mode when we started dating, and I would wear hairbands and hats. And well, actually, I had COVID for the first 15 days we were dating, so he didn't even get to see me. So that was like a major shedding period. But then I got this wig. You helped me get this wig, and he loved it, and he thought it was super fun. He saw me with the long hair. He was into it all. And it was only a couple of weeks ago that I said, because we're just starting sleepover,
I'm so excited.
And so for the sleepover situation, I don't wear a headband to bed. I don't want to wear anything in bed. So, well, sorry. I like to wear a t-shirt in bed. But I also don't like to wear anything on my head other than a frowny. I wear a frowny on my head. If you don't know about frownies, you need to check frownies out. They're the answer to all your double lines. Anyway, we're not here for frownies. We're here to talk about boys. So, and wigs. Boys and wigs. And we had this moment where I was like, well, look, I'm not going to be wearing anything, and I should probably show you my hair. He's known about it. He knew. He's seen pictures online everywhere. But I took the headband off, and I showed him my ophiasis pattern. I was like, so this is what I'm missing, and I'm missing all that. And I'm missing here, and it's coming in here, and it's got, so I did the like world map tour of my head.
But he was cool with it.
Oh, he was like, oh my God, it's so badass. Like, that's super cool. It's like you could totally rock that as a look. And I said, yeah, but you know, I always just get a little bit nervous that the wind might blow, whatever. Anybody might be like, oh yeah, someone's gonna be like, oh, that girl's beautiful. Ah, I just saw her above her ear. Gross. Like, nobody does that. So he's been super duper cool about it and thinks it's fun. And
I had to wait a really long time before I would tell somebody, you know.
when did you tell Bill?
Well, I met Bill on Match.com.
Yeah.
And then, to be honest with you, I was like dating so much because I was on this mission to find my soulmate. Not a husband. Gorgeous. I wasn't looking for a husband, but I was looking for my soulmate. So it was like breakfast, lunch, dinner, cocktails. I mean, I was on this mission, and I literally had no time to fit him in. It was hysterical. So it took like 3 weeks. We get on the phone, and he says to me, hey, what's your last name? And I thought, oh my God, he's going to look me up on Google. He's going to know I'm bald. It's Amy Gibson. He goes,
Gibson.
He goes, I'm sorry, I didn't get that. I said, it's Amy Gibson. And he goes, and I don't know, maybe it's the connection. And I said, it's Amy Gibson. And he goes, oh, cool, okay. Oh, you know what? There's someone at the door. I'll call you back. And I sat there, and it was like 5 minutes and 10 minutes, and all of a sudden I'm like, so I called my mom. She was alive at the time. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna be alone. I mean, this was the one. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like I'm just gonna be alone. I'm just hysterical. The phone rings, and I go, hello, and he goes, hey, I'm on your website. Which one of these girls are you? And I said, all of them. And he goes, I said, really? You think it's cool? And I'm like, oh, really? Oh, what do you think is cool about it? And he said, I guess if we date, I mean, you can barely fit me in for tea at the moment, but I guess if we date, it'd be nice to have a brunette one night and a blonde the next. And I said, oh, we can work that out.
See, that's what I tell the men all the time.
But it's also, I mean, he didn't know I was crying. And I have this thing. Man. I know you feel you need to tell someone like right away what the whole deal is. And I don't believe in that. I believe that people need to hear things when they're ready, and people need to say things when they're ready. And if a woman is in control enough, if she's not, then you know what? Go to my book, Sex, Wigs, and Whispers. Get some tips and tricks and learn how to bluff your way through it and still feel secure until you know that person long enough to where you know how they're pretty much going to react because you've gotten to know their heart. And because I feel men are very visual, I think you need to take your time a little bit more in telling them about any sort of what some people would feel are imperfections or not, or things that are a little out of the norm, right? For most, like some people think having hair loss is an imperfection. I don't think it's an imperfection, but I do feel it's different.
It is a difference.
It's different, and it is a bit out of the norm. And I feel that you need to feel it out. I've always had great success when I know someone better, that when I finally tell them, I've had better success with them going, oh, that's interesting. It's not like the idiot. Took me to the Laugh Factory, took me to a Comedy Store. Well, the girl who seated us, I freaked out because she had hair just like I used to have. And he goes, what's wrong with you? And I go, what? And he goes, well, that was really weird. You were like really weird to that girl. I said, oh, I was? That was weird. And we sit down and we're talking, and I don't know, I just blurted out about kind of what I want you to know who I really am, what I'm dealing with. And he was so intrigued. He goes, can I catch it? I mean, is this a catchy disease? No. Oh no, there are a lot of people who think
had a
that.
model, a male model went to kiss me and then goes, well, hang on, can I catch it?
Right, oh my God.
So no, you're not going to catch anything from me.
So I said, no, you can't. And I explained to him what alopecia was and everything. Okay, so then one comedian came up, and there was a little break, and he then excuses himself to go to the bathroom. It's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm thinking, what is going on here? So I get up to go, and I say to this gentleman, I said, would you mind going in to see if my friend's okay in the men's room? And he comes out, he goes, no one's in there. I said, what? So I go to the guy up front, you know, that lets people in. I said, did you see a tall blonde guy, you know, the guy that I walked in with? He goes, oh yeah, he left, 15 minutes ago. He left me at the Comedy Store. Oh. 2 years goes by. He never called back, nothing, no texting, nothing, right? I run into him at Whole Foods. And he said, I've been really wanting to talk to you.
Oh, nice.
And I said, okay, what's up? He goes, I just thought the way you presented it to me was really difficult. And it was nothing about me at all. And, well, okay. Honestly, okay, and I said to him, well, what was it about it that really bothered you? He said, because it's a disease. And you just can't throw that on somebody, expect them just, and I said, well, first of all, it's not a disease, it's a condition, okay? And it would have been so great.
Unless you're talking to the insurance company, and then it's a disease.
But I mean, I did say to him, what would have been really great? It would have been really great for you to say to me, you know what, Amy, this is really uncomfortable for me. So I need to stop for a minute because I have a lot of feelings coming up about this and I'm just really uncomfortable with it. And we could have talked it through.
Sure, okay. But I know we got to finish in a second. So I just wanted to say on this, because we disagree on when you should tell somebody, whether it's early or late, always early. However, let me say this much. Regardless of when, the response is never going, if it's not a good response, it's never about you. Because there's no way that you could open your heart, be honest, and share something that is no fault of yours, that is no judgment on who you are as a character person, the choices you've made, the actions you've taken. If somebody responds poorly to you telling them about something that's happened to you that is hard for you, and that's all them. So it doesn't matter when. In the end, if they're happy, if they're excited, if they're intrigued, if they're supportive, that's them hearing that you are sharing something honest and open with them that is hard for you to share. That is about you. So don't worry about when ultimately, but if it hurts, if the response isn't what you want, it's nothing about you. You did nothing wrong. That person is not good enough for you.
Or he's not ready. That's the other thing. Not everybody is ready. That's why I do say, knowing somebody a little bit more, that when you do tell them something that's pretty heavy, they're there for you because they know you a little bit more, to be able to know your heart a little bit more and how to react with you.
Yeah.
That's my point.
I get that. I do get that.
So all in all, you know what? We've been dealing with hair loss for a long time. I'm really glad we shared this moment because I knew I was right. But aside from that,